A big shout out to our Canadian hockey fans across the world. Welcome to 2022. Our first guest from Phoenix, Arizona, Benjamin Bays. Welcome to the show, Benjamin.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem. So yeah, tell me about your game and your studio, which is Soka Game Design. A little bit about you and the game studio and the game that you're launching in 3 days.
Yes, my name's Benjamin Bays. I graduated from Full Sail University with my bachelor's degree in game design, and I started my studio, Soka Game Design, about 2.5 years ago. That was right around the time when I started building my first title, which is Brushling's Pale Moon. It's coming out on the 6th, which is super, super exciting.
Awesome.
So... And when it comes to Soka Game Design, I'm in the market to want to do more, heart-based, compassionate, and educational games are the three that I'm really wanting to go for in terms of what this studio is going to be. So.
Okay, yeah, I watched the demo. It's about 1 minute. We can show all of our fans and our viewers. It's a wonderful, looks like an animated, wonderful game with a fairy type character. Has to solve puzzles, and you were saying it's about a 30-hour game length, which is awesome. That's going to be a long game. Let's take a look at it. Here it is. Brushlings Pale Moon. Enjoy, everybody.
Is always around us, but if we believe in ourselves and have compassion for,
just let it load.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, sometimes.
Gotta love technology.
Right.
for our enemies, we can overcome the evil. Join Gaia as she fights to restore color to the world before it's gone forever. Mushrooms are the life of this world.
Really cool game. So how long did it take you to complete the game from start when you dreamed up the vision for it?
I started the vision for it in May of 2019, and still kind of working out some of the last minute bugs, today and this coming week, but it pretty much took about 2 years and it wasn't like full-time development. It was just when I could get off of work and come home and work on it, and it wasn't just me. I need to also put a shout out to all my teammates that have worked on this. David Clark, he's my one of my producers, and I also have Zephyrus McKinnon. He did a lot of really good work with it. Andrew Koza, he's my lead coder. And then we also have Nick Geis. He's the one that made all the music. It's because the music is all it's all unique for Brushling's Pale Moon. So
right.
So that's always good. And then, I have another guy, his name is David Coleman. He did a lot of the branding, the logos and everything for Rushling's Pale Moon. So that's, make sure I give a good shout out to all of them because they've all been very helpful with it as well. So
You have a pretty big team.
yeah, it was pretty good. And I also have my marketer, Barbara Ann Grody. She's also the one that did a lot of the marketing for it. So super exciting.
Yeah, so I mean, you're a young game studio, but you're like a medium-sized, almost medium-sized company, I would say. You have a big team, marketing, branding, all the people who work with you. You're not a one-man show doing everything.
No, no.
So that's great. And then what's the distribution like for this game? I know that you're going to probably launch it on Steam, but are you going to be looking at the consoles? Are you doing it on obviously PC, but Microsoft, Sony? Do you want to brand it to one of them? Are you going to reach out to any of them?
I am not actually at liberty to be able to talk about that right now.
Okay.
But in essence, yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. I mean, that's probably the ultimate dream for a game to get on the Game Pass and for PS Plus and, to be picked up by the big studios. And, that's the vision of the Game Awards every year. Do you watch the Game Awards?
I've seen them a few times.
Yeah. Did you see the one this year?
No, I actually hadn't seen it this year.
Okay, it was pretty good.
Gamer.
Yeah. No, they had the bands, if you like Imagine Dragon or if you like Sting. You can watch it on YouTube. But yeah, they had a couple good games that launched. Hellblade, the new one, which is going to be available on Game Pass. We just found out. Starfield, Xbox. They had the game of the year, which was an indie game. It Takes Two, which I'm playing with my son right now. It's a magical game. It's really good. But yeah, they had a lot of good Star Wars demos and things like that. But I find sometimes the indie game world doesn't watch the Game Awards, so I'm glad that you do watch that as well. What type of advice would you give to younger aspiring game developers, Benjamin, entering the field that you're in?
The advice I would give is, if you want to build a studio and you don't know anything about it, find a mentor that will be able to help you like build your business. That's kind of what I'm currently doing. Never be afraid to ask people questions. Never, ever. And I would also say, is that it gets hard. Sometimes there's going to be days that, you're working on this passion project of yours and you're going to be like, I just want to throw it in the trash. I don't want to do this anymore, but you just have to be able to just say, okay, I can walk away from this and I can come back and it's okay, because, it is what it is. To me, it's a love-hate relationship sometimes.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, the challenge and the elements of persistence. I was going to ask you, get back to original question. What kind of game engine did you use for this one?
This one's Unity.
Okay. And then Unreal, are you looking in the future for Unreal 4 or 5 when it comes out?
Yes, I'm already in the process of kind of familiarizing myself with Unreal Engine because the next game I'm hoping to come out mid-year next year, more of an educational game, I'm going to do in Unreal Engine. And I'm doing it in Unreal Engine because I'm in the mental processes of coming out with Brushlings 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring that out on Unreal Engine this time.
Awesome. Can't wait for this one. Yeah, that's going to be great. What type of games do you personally play yourself?
The last game that I currently played was Kenya Bridge of Spirits.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That was a really great game. I mean, I like more like Nintendo-ish games, Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
Stuff like that is my favorites.
Are you on one console? Do you play on PC mainly, or do you play on PlayStation, Xbox?
Normally, I PC and Nintendo Switch are my two go-tos.
Okay. So Kena Bridge of Spirits, we just finished Ratchet and Clank. Have you seen that one?
Yes, I've played that. That's
really
fun.
Did you play the new one, Rift Apart?
No, I haven't yet. But
oh my God, you got to play that one. You can watch it on our channel. We just finished it yesterday. Fantastic animations. I'm surprised it didn't win the Game Award, really, for Game of the Year. versus It Takes Two, because we're playing both, but I can see how it's such a cinematic explosion. But yeah, try that one too. Where do you think the game industry is going? What's your opinion?
To me, it's just going to keep growing because, there's a lot of things that have been going on the last couple of years that have really given light to people in terms of like what people want to see and what people don't want to see, and so I think that the video game industry is really going to grow exponentially.
Yeah. Do you think that like the bigger studios are going to turn to the smaller indie studios and start working collaboratively better with them?
I hope so, because it's such a large industry. It's like the one thing I'm always asking, like, especially for this game that I'm currently releasing, is that it's a $164 billion industry, and I just want a little tiny slice of that pie. I'm not asking to take over or be a giant. I just want a slice so that I can, survive and live and continue doing what I love to do, which is build games.
Right.
And so to me, I just think that if we have this mental attitude, like, oh, I want to work for a AAA, or a AAA is going to be, the one taking over, and, let them take over. But at the same time, there's enough. I think there's enough for everybody. That's my mentality.
Okay. Now, I haven't asked this question, but I'm going to launch it with you because you're building educational games. It seems like that's your background as well. A lot of parents don't let their kids play a lot of video games for certain reasons. Now, what's your opinion on this going forward, for education wise?
I think that in light of having like home-based jobs and having to teach kids, like my niece and nephew, my sister, she has them looking on an iPad or stuff to do stuff. My nephew learns Spanish through his iPad. So I think that it's going in that direction as long as we do it in a way that is not going to be disrespectful, to the parents or the kids. The kids are sitting there learning bad words because that's what we're teaching them. That's, it's more or less like just learning how to do, like, for example, like a spelling game, you learn how to do sentence structure, and you have to collect words in order to, do stuff. I mean, that's one example, but I mean, there are ways to make it fun, but at the same time, make it educational. So.
Right. So one day, I mean, not sure if they're doing this right now in the United States. I mean, adding, game consoles in the classroom and playing educational based games that way would be a good way. I mean, I think that it builds hand-eye coordination with children. It teaches them math skills. And you mentioned Spanish. It could teach them language when you're playing a different type of game. It opens up their creativity and their imagination. They can write stories based on the game.
Oh yeah,
there's endless opportunities with partnerships. But no. Thank you so much for the interview today, Benjamin. We look forward to seeing the game when it comes out on whatever console you can't tell me, but when it comes out in 3 days. You still have a GoFundMe app so people can donate.
Yes.
Okay. And do you want to tell me a little bit about that?
It was just basically in place so that I could try and finish this project. It's basically the project's over now. I haven't really gotten a lot of donations, kind of a bummer. Okay. But if I do get more donations with that GoFundMe, I would be willing to put it towards making the sequel to Brushslings 2 as well.
And they can find that online where to donate.
Yes. I don't have the link on the top of my head right
now. If you Google the name of the game, I think it could bring up I think I found it.
Yes.
Just by your first name and last name. Okay. Well, stay safe in this crazy COVID world, and keep on making the games. And we look forward to seeing this one. Have a wonderful day, and we'll be in touch soon when you launch it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for having me on today. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.